Hello to all of you dear friends. I hope you are all well. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to channel, Freedom in Humanity. This video is the third part of the Quran. Please join us. Please subscribe to my channel after watching the video. Sciences related to the Quran. The Quran has been the source of much knowledge among Muslims. Quranic exegesis and sciences are among them. Interpretation. Interpretation of knowledge is the explanation of verses of the Quran. The interpretation of the Quran dates back to the time of the Prophet and by him. The Quran has been interpreted in different ways. Some of the methods of interpreting the Quran are thematic interpretation, sequential interpretation, interpretation of the Quran to the Quran, narrative interpretation, scientific interpretation, jurisprudential interpretation, philosophical interpretation, and mystical interpretation. Quranic sciences. The body of knowledge that discusses the Quran is called the Quranic sciences. The history of the Quran, the verses of the rules, the science of the words of the Quran, the science of the Arabs and the rhetoric of the Quran, the means of revelation, the verses of the Quran, the miracle of the Quran, the science of recitation, the mechan and civil science, the solid and similar science and the abrogated science are among the topics of Quranic sciences. Mirrors. Quran resumes on the night of Qadr in the city of Najaf. The Quran has a significant presence in the social life of Muslims. Public Quran recitation sessions are held in mosques, shrines of imams, and at-home gatherings. The Quran is a recurrence of the rituals that Shiites perform on the night of power. In this ritual, while placing the Quran on their heads, they swear by God to Himself and the Quran and the infallibles to forgive their sins. Verses of the Quran are recited in many official Muslim assemblies, such as lectures and social rituals, including marriage. One of the common mirrors in Iran is entering a new house with the Quran. In furniture, Iranians first enter a new house with the Quran and then other household items. The Quran has a strong connection with Iranian Nowruz mirrors. In Iran, the Quran is placed on the Haft-e-Sin table and verses from it are recited on New Year's Eve. Also, in some older families, they celebrate Eid through the Quran. They put some money in the Quran and the children open their Eid by opening it. Quran in art. The Quran has been widely reflected in Muslim art. Its most manifestation can be seen in arts such as calligraphy, gilding, imitation, literature and architecture. Since the memorization and publication of the Quran was done by transcription, the art of calligraphy developed among many Muslims, and gradually the Quran was written in various scripts such as Naskh, Kufi, Salat, Shekisteh, and Nastaliq. Quranic verses have been widely used in Persian and Arabic literature. In both prose and Persian and Arabic poetry, many Quranic expressions and themes have been used. The art of Islamic architecture has been influenced by the verses of the Quran more than anything else. Quranic expressions are found in most Muslim monuments, including mosques and palaces. Also, some themes of the Quran, such as the descriptions of the Quran from heaven and hell, have been used in the architecture of the building. The effect of the Quran on the survival of the eloquent Arabic language. It is said that the language of the Quran was eloquent and higher than the Arabic language and literature of the time of its revelation, its theological miracle and dealing with the writing of the Quran and later calligraphy and Arabicization, interpretation, such as lexicography and citation of ignorant poems, compilation of Arabic grammar, to protect the Quran from distortion and misreading, Quranic sciences, the spread of Islam to other lands preserve this language and become a universal language. Orientalist view. Non-Muslim scholars have done extensive research on the literature, content, and revelation of the Quran. Some Orientalists have considered the Quran to be the word of the Prophet of Islam and have said, its content has been adapted from Jewish and Christian sources and poems of the pre-Islamic period. Some, although they have not explicitly considered the Quran as a revelation, have considered it superior to human words. Richard Bell has said, the style of Quranic literature, in which many rhymes, repetitions and similes have been used, has been influenced by Jewish and Christian texts and the Hanafi religion. Noel Deek said, the surahs of the Quran, especially the surahs of Mecca, consider it literary miraculous and liken the verses of the Quran to the song of angels, which delights the souls of the believers. The French Orientalist Maurice Bocquet has said, considering the scientific miracle of the Quran, he wrote, some verses of the Quran are in complete agreement with new scientific discoveries. He concludes that the Quran has a divine origin. Thank you dear friends for watching this video. Please support me by subscribing, liking, activating notifications for future videos, your comments, and introducing this channel to your friends. Be happy in any case. Freedom in humanity.